What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and this video I want to go over some pretty big rumors on the next Resident Evil 9. Now, there's an interesting, tie-in because there was a rumored playtest earlier this year. Actually, I think two earlier this year, but one of which was reported on, and it lines up with some of the stuff that we're hearing in this. So if that just wants to kind of add to the credibility, I mean, look, you don't have to believe this if you don't want to, but it is, actually quite a bit of information, and like I said, it kind of ties into other things that we've heard. So I'm going to take this from Resi Evil Central, but this actually all came from Andy Biohazard Declassified, and he said a recent playtester has revealed new info on RE9. It'll take place 4 years after Village. Jill and Leon will be the main characters. Chris and Barry will be supporting characters. Jill is dressed more tactically, similar to her look in RE5 Lost in Nightmares. Leon is dressed similar in his look to Resident Evil Damnation. Jill looks the same as she did in Resident Evil Death Island. However, Leon looks much older. Main plot: Jill from BSAA and Leon from DSO, who investigate an island where the company who created Evelyn resides. They're creating mass clones of Evelyn with the Megamycete. Chris and Barry will support Jill and Leon via radio calls. One mentions Rosemary Winters. They'll use her blood to create a vaccine for the residents of the island. Jill and Leon will be infected with the Megamycete. Blue Umbrella will return. The island location consists of an abandoned hospital, and that's the one that kind of comes back. Caves, abandoned houses, dark forest, abandoned factory, laboratory, and a temple. Main enemies will be evolved zombies, and they can also use melee weapons. They worship the moon and have moon tattoos on their arms. They can be heard singing to the moon while looking out to the sea. Leon will be stalked by a constant enemy, while Jill will be attacked by the Goat Man. Antagonist is called Mr. Simon. Playtests were held in April and also September. The April playtest was a Jill section in the abandoned hospital, while the September one was Leon in the forest, and RE9 will close the 7 and Village story with a Megamycete. And that's pretty much it. Now, it was basically that last part, right? So the playtest in April was the Jill abandoned hospital thing, and we heard a little bit about that playtest in separate rumors. Now, if you want to go look that up, or if you want to believe it, not believe it, whatever, but we have heard that, and now we've heard this. You could say they're kind of like copying and like they're getting that information, but there's so much more information here, right? That I just don't know how you actually would get all of this. Now, we have heard the Jill and Leon thing before, right? Like those were the main two. In terms of like the looks, I think that's technically brand new information. I guess the plot of it seems to kind of be like the new info. That's actually, I would say, like the main chunk of this leak, right? Is that main plot, what they're doing, that they're infected, what they're using to cure things, so on and so on. Also, by the way, can we just get this game? Can we just get the announcement? I actually saw a lot of people comment to this rumor talking about, the Game Awards. And, we've heard that too. We've heard that we're getting it like somewhat soon in terms of an announcement. I kept saying, and I said even when that happened, that I do think the Game Awards makes a ton of sense. But you do have 100+ million eyes on the thing. It would be a pretty good time, unless you're going to do like a Capcom Direct or Capcom Next. I forget what they're called, but, Pragmata and Resident Evil and things like that. They do have an okay amount to show. Honestly, Capcom really could just do their own show. Monster Hunter appears at like everything, right? So you can kind of reel that in, do it in your own show. Resident Evil, Pragmata, and other things. I mean, they really could pull off their own program, but I don't know. I feel like that's probably not going to happen. Monster Hunter has already been, I would say, promoted and done like the legwork through everything else. And then, when it comes to Resident Evil, you could at least start it with the announcement at the Game Awards. Pragmata eventually does need to kind of reemerge, and hopefully that happens in the next year or so as well. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.